across to breaking news that's coming in right now. The first reaction that's coming in from cybersecurity firm Crowdstrike. This is, in fact, the cybersecurity vendor of Microsoft that's had a problem. It was during their update that we had this outage taking place. The president and CEO of Crowdstrike has taken to social media to say, and I'm reading out his statement right now, Crowdstrike is actively working with customers impacted by a defect found in a single content update for Windows hosts. Mac and Linux hosts are not impacted. This is not a security incident or cyber attack. The issue has been identified, isolated, and a fix has been deployed. So a statement that's coming in from Crowdstrike, essentially an attempt to kind of reassure, because there's been a lot of worry, concern, and discussion about whether this is some sort of a cyber attack, whether it's a security incident. Crowdstrike making it very, very clear that that's not the case. Also highlighting that the issue has been identified, isolated, a fix has been deployed, which does seem to suggest that in the next few hours we could see things back up and running. This is the statement that's coming from Crowdstrike, which is the security vendor, the cybersecurity vendor for Microsoft, which had deployed an update, and that's when everything went all right. That's when you had this massive outrage. Let's, in fact, get you now some global updates on the situation. Lavina Tandon reporting for us from London.
I'm outside the Terminal 3 Heathrow Airport, and as you can see behind me, a lot of people at the moment have gone inside, but these people, mainly from American Airlines, have been majorly impacted by this Microsoft tech outrage, and many of them are coming here and they do not know what will happen and whether they can be put up in a hotel. I just spoke to an old couple who are sitting outside behind there, and they are trying to find a hotel because they do not know how and where they can stay for the night because their flight has been cancelled. Similarly, that's the situation with a lot of people who are going to Denmark as well. These are the people that I have spoken to, and if I could take you inside to show you the kind of queues that are here at this point in time. I'm just trying to go inside to show you that. If you give me a sec, just see behind me the queues they're going through outside, and this mainly for the American airline, but then otherwise there are many other airlines that are being impacted, and people are not being given a hotel or help with all of this because their systems are absolutely down, so people are having to just sit down like this, if I can show you the sidelines, and figure out their life as of now. So in the UK, it's health services, the GP surgeries, the airports, some of the rail stations, and not all of them though. This is quite interesting because, and also something to be noted is that not every airport or every place has been impacted. Internal systems are okay, sort of, in some places, but when it is something to deal with outside, like a business to consumer, B2C, that has been impacted a lot. So GP surgeries, therefore the appointments of the patients, etc. And here the flights, the payments. So it's not all the airports, but definitely London affected, Heathrow affected, Edinburgh affected, Manchester, it seems.
Okay, and Lavina Tandon is now joining us live from London. Lavina, are you still at the Heathrow airport? What's the situation there currently? Because in many countries like America, major airlines have gone ahead and ensured that all flights are grounded. Is that the situation in London too?
A lot of them have been grounded, especially the American Airlines. I'm here at the moment in Terminal 2. There is a lot of confusion. People, Denmark, has also been affected a lot. So a lot of flights affected indeed, and some of them are not impacted. But I see a lot of people sitting around not knowing what to do, especially I spoke to a couple, I spoke to some people from Denmark. They have got a message on their phone that their flight has been cancelled, but they do not know what is their next step in terms of where they will stay, or making hotel arrangements or food or travel, anything like that. So it's a lot of confusion as to what is the next step for these passengers whose flights have been cancelled, because the the staff can't really help much because their systems are down as well. So they've been asked to make their own arrangements and then reimburse through receipts. So a lot of such people. Behind me also, you can see the flights that are running with long queues. So some of the flights have said that come with 3 hours in advance, while in Manchester Airport, they said, do not do that. So it's quite a confusing situation. It's not a blanket situation, if I may say.
All right, Lavina, thanks very much for joining us with that update from London. We are tracking, of course, the impact of this Microsoft outage globally. Here in India, largely flight operations being hit. I will get you those ground updates.